guys, I'm doing a braid out today. As you can see, I've already braided half of my head, trying to get the light over here so you guys can see. My light overhead blew out. Yeah. So I'm using the lamps around the room. Here is a cornrow. Going up here. And I have a sponge roller at the end because it helps the curl blend. I don't like straight ends. Here I sectioned off my bang because I'm going to do a side part, and I found that it's better if you section off the bang, like braid that way. Thank you for the water, my dear. Thank you. And then here's my hair over here, my other half of the head that I'm gonna do. I'm using Aussie leave-in, coconut mousse, eco styler gel, and olive oil hair lotion for my ends. Your parts don't have to be perfect. It's all going to come out the same as long as the cornrows are relatively the same size. You don't have to do cornrows either. You could do box braids, especially if your hair is shorter. Yep, that's pretty much it. So let's start off here. I'm going to section off a piece of my hair. Try to be gentle with it. I washed my hair prior, just co-washed it with Next is Symmetrous leave-in conditioner, although I usually use Hello Hydration for co-washes. I'm going to clip my hair on top here. Use clips instead of rubber bands so it doesn't snag. Here you go. You can see some of my new growth. Here's my relaxed end. You can still see. Alright, so it's a bit dry, so you don't want to dampen your hair with a lot of water because it already has a lot of water in it, and if you use leave-in conditioner, it will come out less frizzy. So here you go. Leave-in all the roots along the line of demarcation. I really put a lot in there. Like, these bottles are like $3. They're pretty cheap because I go through at least 2 a month. You want to make sure that it's not too tangly either, your hair, because you don't want it to get tangled while you're braiding. So leave-in conditioner helps with that too. And then I'll put some coconut hair mousse on it, just to bring out some definition. You can use different products, and you don't necessarily need to use a mousse. I just like to use it because I like the smell, and I feel like it defines it a little bit more, makes it, I don't know, whiter. Then I put some Eco Styler gel, mainly on the tips to keep the roots right here, to keep them from frizzing up when I take them out, and I just will use a little bit of the excess for the rest of the hair. And then begin to cornrow. Now, I can't teach anybody how to cornrow. I could barely do it myself, and I can't do it on anybody else's hair but mine. So when you're braiding, be careful not to snag your hair. The first time you do, it's good to go slow. I'm trying to get it as neat as possible. And then for my ends, I put some olive oil hair lotion on it. on the end here. Just to keep them nice and soft. And then I try to make sure that my curl over here matches with my curl over here, so my hair comes out even. And voila! I'll probably do 1, 2, 3 or 4 more, because my hair's thicker on this side. Alright, so it's the next day, and I took out the curlers from the bottom of my hair. Sorry. The most important thing about taking out your braid out is making sure that your hair is dry. If it's not dry, it needs to be relatively dry, because if it's super damp, you're not going to get the curl that you need to, especially from the sponge curls at the end. Your braids aren't going to hold a curl either, and your hair's going to frizz. My preference is, I hate leaving in my braid outs for more than 12 hours. Today I did because they were really damp when I woke up. I hate leaving my braids in for like over 24 hours or more, because it's actually super tight, and I actually don't like that. I like it to have a little fullness to it. Like when I let them stay in for super long, they're really defined. I don't know. It doesn't give me the look that I want it to. As you can see, I took out a braid here. That was kind of damp. That I felt like was kind of damp, was too damp. So that's how you could check. And if it's not damp, if it's too damp or not dry enough or whatever, just re-braid it, keep your hair braided, you know? Or you could pick a braid like from the side, you know, one of your braids. I'm going to take out the rest of my braids, and I'm going to leave this one in because I took it out earlier. Oh, let me show you what I do, because I kept my braids in when I went to school. And what I do is I will unhook the front braid, and then I'll put it like in a pompadour thing, or I might leave it in a braid and like put it to the side, and then I'll put my beanie over the rest of my braids so it can keep drying. If it's a little damp, you know, but damp to your liking, not too damp now, because too damp is wet, I put mousse on it and cringe it. You know, it'll dry pretty much relatively the same. So I'm going to leave this braid in and then take out all the rest. Let's do it. Okay, so remember, number 1 is to make sure that your hair is dry all the way. Number 2 is to take out your spun curlers at the end of your hair. I took the rest out. I checked this one too, that's why it's looking like that. And then you get your oils. Here I have my Bio Silk. I like to take out my braids with this. It's because it's really light. I put the olive oil hair lotion on the ends. And then I'll put some mousse, like on top a little bit. So you can see I kind of work with my oils through my braid. Okay, so as you can see, I took out the majority of my braids. So after you take them out, you want to just put a little bit more oil on there. Remember, you can use all types of oil. Like olive oil actually works really, like regular olive oil. Works really good on my hair, but I won't put it in the front because like if you put olive oil, it's heavy. So you don't want to put too much. And if I put it right here and I'm outside and I sweat, olive oil gonna be running on my forehead. You know? Alright, so it's good that afterward you put oil on it and then you kind of like spruce it up a little bit. You want to blend it because remember, you've been parting your hair. The worst is like if you part your hair down the middle, like straight down the middle and like braid, you know. You want to make sure you cover up your part. So right here, make sure it's not dry, make sure it's moisturized, make sure you've taken out all the braid here. So after I do my hair, it's super tight. Usually it's flipped. So when I take out my bang, it's gonna be more of like this. My bang, I flip my hair. But so yeah, I'll have pictures of my hair when I actually take out my front bang, which probably will be a while because I want to dry completely. The front's really important. Alright, thanks guys. Thanks for watching.